Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Magic Sir IT Academy. In this video, I am going to explain about the signs and graph of the trigonometric functions. Okay, so signs means in which quadrant the sign or all the trigonometric ratios will have positive or negative signs, that we will see now. And after that, we will see the graph of all the 6 trigonometric ratios. So here, let me consider a unit circle. So this is the x dash and here y dash, and here both will intersect at 90 degrees, and of course the point O, and this is the center of the circle and with the radius 1 unit. So here we can identify the point A, B, C, D. So as we know that when the two mutually perpendicular lines are intersecting in a plane, it will divide it. The lines will divide the plane into 4 quadrants. So this is the first quadrant, and this is second and third and fourth. And in the first quadrant, both the x and also y coordinates are positive. So here plus and here minus and here minus and here plus and minus. Okay, so already this we know. So now here when I am taking a point here P, suppose, usually we denote with x comma y. Okay, so here already I told you this is a unit circle, so that means here radius is equals to 1 unit. So here I am taking a point A on the x axis. So here y coordinate is 0, so hence the point A is 1 comma 0. Similarly, if you see the point B is 0 comma 1, and point C is here minus 1 comma 0, and point D is 0 comma minus 1. Okay, so now when you are taking a point P here and just join the OP and also draw the perpendicular PQ on x axis, so it makes some angle, let it be some theta. Okay, so now when you apply the sin theta in this triangle OQP, then sin theta is equals to what means here? Opposite means here PQ by hypotenuse OP. So here PQ means here it is length is equals to y and also OQ is equals to x. Okay, so here OP is 1 because unit radius. So here y divided by 1, so hence y is equals to sin theta. And similarly cos theta, when you apply here, cos theta means here adjacent by hypotenuse. So here adjacent is x by 1. So here x is nothing but the cos theta. So now the point P x comma y is also can be written as point P. X means here what? Cos theta, and y means here sin theta. Okay, so x is equals to cos theta and y is equals to sin theta we have. So now here what we know, in the first quadrant both x and y are positive. So here cos theta and sin theta are equal to x and y respectively, so that therefore they are also positive in the first quadrant. So what about the remaining trigonometric ratios? Means tan. Tan is nothing but the ratio of the sin and cos. So both are positive means tan also positive. Next, cosecant, reciprocal of the sin. Sin is positive, cosecant positive. Next, secant, reciprocal of the cos. Cos is positive, so secant is also positive. Next, cot, reciprocal of the tan. Tan is positive in the first quadrant, so hence cot is positive. That means all the 6 trigonometric ratios are positive in the first quadrant. All. Okay. So now when it comes to the second quadrant, here x coordinate is negative and y coordinate is positive. So here x coordinate means here cos theta, y coordinate means here sin theta. So here sin theta is positive. So here sin theta positive means here its reciprocal is cosecant theta. So here cosecant theta. So sin theta and also cosecant theta are positive in the second quadrant. Okay. So next come to the third quadrant. So in the third quadrant, here x coordinate and y coordinate both are negative only. So that means here what? Cos theta and sin theta both are negative. Then what are the positive here means? Here when you see the tan theta, so here tan theta is nothing but the sin theta and also divided by cos theta. So here in this third quadrant, both sine and also cos negative. So that means here minus and minus. So when you cancel minus and minus, then you will get positive only. So that means the tan theta is positive in the third quadrant and it's reciprocal too. Okay, that means tan theta and cot theta are the positive in the third quadrant. So next come to the fourth quadrant. X coordinate positive. That means here cos theta is positive. And its reciprocal is also positive, that is secant theta. And none of the remaining trigonometric ratios are negative because here y coordinate means sine is negative, so that means its reciprocal cosecant negative and tan cot also negative because the remaining trigonometric ratios except these are based on sine. Okay, so sine is negative means remaining all which are depending on sine is negative. Okay, so here this is about the sign of the trigonometric ratios. So in the first quadrant all trigonometric ratios are positive, in the second quadrant only sine and cosecant are positive and the remaining all are negative, and the third quadrant tan and cot are positive, remaining are negative, and in the fourth quadrant cos and secant are positive and the remaining are negative. Okay, so that's all about the signs. So now if you observe one more thing here, here point A is there and A value is equals to 1, 0, and here point B on y axis whose value is what whose position is 0, 1. So here as we know here x coordinate is representing cos theta and also y coordinate is representing sin theta. So here when you are making theta is equal to 0, that means here we have to coincide this OP with the OA. So then only theta becomes 0. So when theta is equal to 0, by this graph we can find the value of the sin 0 and also cos 0. Okay, so that means here x coordinate means here what? Cos theta. So here cos 0 because we are making theta is equal to 0. Cos 0 value is 1. Next theta is equal to 0 means here sin 0 is equal to 0. Okay, so next here when you are making theta is equal to 90 degrees, then it becomes cos 90 or pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 value is equal to 0 and sin pi by 2 value is equal to 1. So that means what is happening in the first quadrant in the case of sin and also cos. So here the sin value means the y coordinate first. Y coordinate in the first quadrant when the theta is increasing from 0 to 90. Y coordinate is changing 0 to 1 means it is increasing. When theta is increasing, sin values are increasing in the first quadrant from 0 to 1. Okay, and come to the second quadrant. So here second quadrant means here y value is 0 and here y value is 1. That means here still it is decreasing in the second quadrant. In the first quadrant it is increasing. In the second quadrant the value of the sin is decreasing when the value of theta is increasing from pi by 2 pi or 90 to 180 degrees. And when you see from third quadrant to this means from pi to 3 pi by 2 or you can say here 180 to 270 degrees. So here 0 to minus 1 means still it is decreasing. Okay, and here from this 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. So minus 1 to 0, that means here it is increasing. So here in the first quadrant the value of the sin theta is increasing when theta is increasing. Even in the fourth quadrant also minus 1 to 0 means it is increasing when theta value is increasing. But in the second quadrant and also third quadrant the value of the sin function is decreasing when theta is increasing. That we can observe. Even in the case of cos also we can observe here. So here cos value is 1 and here 0. That means when cos 0 is equal to 1 and cos 90 is equal to 0. That means when theta is increasing the value of the cos is decreasing. Cos. When theta is increasing cos value is decreasing. Decrease to from 1 to 0. Next. So in the second quadrant 0 and here minus 1 still it is decreasing in the case of cos, and here minus 1 to 0 means it is increasing in the third quadrant, and 0 to 1 means is again here it is increasing. Okay, so cos theta in the first quadrant is decreasing, next again decreasing, next increasing, and next increasing in the third and fourth quadrant respectively. Okay, so that's all about the signs of the trigonometric ratios and the sin theta and also cos theta. Yeah, so now we will see the graph of all these trigonometric ratios. So here, before discussing the graph, we need to understand what is meant by periodic function. So periodic function means it is a function and its values repeat after a interval of time. So here all these trigonometric ratios are periodic functions only. So here sin theta and cos theta are the periodic functions with period 2 pi, and its reciprocal also have the same period 2 pi. That means here cosecant theta and also secant theta are also periodic functions whose period is 2 pi. Means after 2 pi the values again will come in the same order. Okay, so after 2 pi interval, means from 0 to 2 pi intervals, all the values of the sine and also cos will be repeated. Okay, so next here tan theta and also cot theta. So these are also periodic functions whose period is pi. So here we have to discuss about the domain and also codomain also to draw the graph. Okay, so here see here the sine and also cos theta are defined for all the real numbers, so there is no problem for the sine theta and also cos theta. So simply we can say that sine theta and cos theta domain is real numbers. But come to the tan theta. So tan theta is nothing but what? Sine theta and also cos theta. So here in the denominator what here cos theta we have. So this cos theta value cannot be equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then it will become indefinite, means undetermined or not defined. So at what value of theta will be? Cos theta will be 0. That means here, suppose here when you are taking pi by 2, cos pi by 2 is equal to 0. So here in that case we cannot take the theta value is equal to pi by 2. So these kind of values we have to subtract from the real numbers. So not only this pi by 2, so here we will get here 3 pi by 2 and also 5 pi by 2. So all these type of angles we can write in a general form, that is nothing but here 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, means here odd angles. Okay, so here n is an integer. Okay, so when you are taking n is integer means n is equal to 0, then you will get pi by 2. N is equal to 1 means here 2 plus 1 3 pi by 2. 2 n is equal to 2 means here 2 to the 4 4 plus 1 is 5 pi by 2. So all these value of theta, this cos theta value will become 0. So hence tan theta will be not defined. So to find the domain of this tan theta, what we will do means here we will write here cos theta. So domain is equals to r minus 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, where n is integer. Simply we will write. So this is the domain of the tan theta. So similarly here see for the secant theta. So secant theta means here what? 1 by cos theta. So the same explanation you can understand, or the same point you can understand here in the case of secant theta. So in this also what? Domain of the secant theta is equal to what? R minus 2n plus 1 into pi by theta, n is belongs to 1. Okay. So next come to the cosecant or cot. So here cot theta I am taking. So cot theta means here what? Cos theta by sin theta. So here sin theta cannot be negative. At what value of theta, sin theta will become negative. Sorry, 0. At what value of theta, sin will become 0, means here sin 0 0 only. Or sin pi 0, sin 2 pi 0. So sin in general we will write sin n pi is 0. So that means here domain of this is equal to r minus n pi, where n is integer. Okay, so even in the case of cosecant also same. So cosecant theta is equal to 1 by sin theta. So here this domain is r minus n by where n is integer. Okay, so that's all about the domain of all the 6 trigonometric ratios. So here now we will see the range. So range of the sine and also cos. So here we know here sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. This is from the first identity. And here we can write sin square theta is equals to or cos square theta is equals to square root of 1 minus sin square theta. So here as we all know that here 1 minus sin square theta value should be greater than or equal to 0 because here this value is there under the square root. So if it is less than 0 then it is not defined. So cos theta value here cos theta is equals to square root of 1 minus sin square theta. So here 1 minus sin square theta value will be always greater than or equal to 0. So 1 minus sin square theta is greater than or equal to 0 means here 1 is greater than or equal to sin square theta. Okay, so that means here sin theta is less than or equals to 1 and greater than or equal to minus. Okay, so that means the value of the sin theta is always which is between what means here minus 1 and plus 1. Of course including minus 1 and also plus 1. So the range of the sin theta is minus 1 and plus 1. And similar manner you can tell that cos theta range is also what? Minus 1 plus 1. Okay. Right. So next here come to the tan range of this tan is. So here if you see the trigonometric ratio table, in this tan we have 0 and also 1 by root 3. Root 3 means our irrational numbers and rational numbers, and of course infinity also we have. So that the range of this here we can say simply minus infinity to plus infinity, means all the values are possible as a result when you are taking different value of theta. So hence the range of this tan theta is nothing but minus infinity and plus infinity. Here we have to put only open intervals, not closed intervals. Okay, so these are the symbols called infinity symbols. So these are not referred as real numbers. Simply it tells that infinity symbol. So here come to the tan and here cot. So cot is also what here cot range is also same, that is equals to what minus infinity comma plus infinity. Okay. So now come to the secant and also cosecant. So here secant and cosecant. So here you see the range for the sine and also cos. So sine range and also cos range is between minus 1 plus 1. So these values means cosecant and also secant values will not lie between minus 1 and also plus 1 because it is a reciprocal of sine and cos. Okay. So here the range of the cosecant and secant which is equals to minus infinity to minus 1 means all these values will lie union from 1 to plus infinity, means the values which are from after minus 1 and before plus 1, means here you can say open interval minus 1 comma plus 1 will not take by the secant and also cosecant. Even the same range you can write for the cosecant also. So range of this cosecant function is what? Minus infinity minus 1 close interval of union here 1 comma minus infinity. Okay. So this is about the cosecant. Okay. So here you can understand more about the secant and also cosecant range with the help of the graph. Okay. So even we will discuss the graph. So by the time we will understand why these values will not come. Okay. So next we will see the graph. So now graph of the sine function. Sin x. Okay, so here I am taking here x dash and here just I identifying here like this, pi by 2, here pi, 3 pi by 2, and here 2 pi angles, and here minus pi by 2, and here minus pi, and here minus 3 pi by 2, and minus 2 pi. Okay, so these are the intervals. Now here, as we know, just now we have seen the range of the sine and also cosecant both are equal to plus 1 and also minus 1 plus 2. So here I am taking plus 1 and minus 1. That means here the value of the sine is between just only 0 and also minus 1. Okay, so here already just now I discussed that in the first interval, sine function, when the theta is increasing, the sine values also will be increased from 0 to 1. So here sine 0 0 and sine 90 is 1. So here from 0 to means when you keep on increasing the value of theta, the value of the sine function will be increased and will reach to 1. So here better here I will draw this shaded lines. This shaded line indicates the limitation of this graph, means minus 1 also plus 1 boundary. Okay, so now here when the value of theta is increases, the sine value will be increased in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, what will happen means it will decrease, because here y quadrant is here in the first quadrant on the x-axis. Here this means here we can see here 1 comma 0, and here next 0 comma 1, and here minus 1 comma 0, and here 0 comma minus 1. So here from 0 to 1 means here it is increasing. Next here 1 to 0 means it is decreasing. Okay, means in the pi by 2 to pi range. So here it will decrease to 0. So here decreasing. And next here pi 2, this 3 pi by 2, that part is happening means here 0 to minus 1. 0 to minus 1 means it is decreasing. Here this is the minus 1. So here it will decrease. Okay, so 8 3 pi by 2 will get minus 1. And again here what will happen? At 2 pi, the value of minus 1, the value of the sine theta at minus 1 to 0 means it is increasing. So here like that. Okay, so the same thing happened, we can see in the case of negative angles also. So that means here, so here minus pi by 2 means here it will increase, and next again it will decrease, and here this point it will attain 0, and next here it will increase, and next it will decrease. Okay, so here this is the graph of the sine. Sin theta you can write, or sin x you can write, no problem. So here sin x I have written in the introduction, so here sin x. So here this is the graph of the sine function. Okay, so next here we will see the cos also. So cos, so how to draw the graph of the cos theta or cos trigonometry. So in the case of the first quadrant, cos means here x quadrant. So here 1 to 0 means theta value is increasing, the value of the cos functions is decreasing from 1 to 0. So here this is the 0 and pi by 2 means this is the interval, first quadrant. So here 1 and also it will 0 means here it is decreasing like this. So from 1 to 90. Next what will happen here? From here to here means here 0 to minus 1 means it is decreasing. So it will decrease still, and it will attain minus 1. So here 8 pi means here this is 90. Next again what will happen means it will increase. So now it is increasing, and still it is increasing 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 like this. Okay, even here also same thing. So here pi by 2, here pi by 2 like this. So this is the graph of cos. Okay, so this is the graph of the cos. So sin x and also cos x. Okay, so now we will see the graph of the tan. So here okay, so here 0 and this is x dash and also x and here y dash y. Okay, so this is the pi by 2 and here pi and of course 3 pi by 2 and you can draw here 2 pi, no problem, and here minus pi by 2 and the left side here minus pi and minus 3 pi by 2. Okay, fine. So now how to draw the graph of the tan. So here as we know tan 0 is 0 and tan values will increase when the value of theta is increases. So here even you can see tan 90, when it at tan 90 the value of the tan function is infinity, it means undefined. So here tan 0 0, so here it is going up, means it is increasing. Even you can see in the case of the 90 angles. Okay, so this is the tan. Even here you can see at 90 it will be 0 and here again the same. Okay, even the negative angles here, the value of the tan in this region it will increase and in this region it will decrease. Okay, so it is increasing to plus infinity and it is decreasing to minus infinity. So that's why the the range of the tan is minus 1 and also plus 1. Okay, so it is increasing from 0 to plus infinity and it is going down, means 0 to negative values, so minus infinity. Okay, so that's all about the graph of the tan. So now we will see the graph of the cot also in the same time. So here graph of the cot. So here how to draw the graph of the cot function, means here, so at tan 0 it is not defined, but cot 0 it is not defined and cot 90 here the value is defined, that is equal to 0. So here undefined to defined means when the value of the theta is increasing, the value of the cot will be decreased. So here infinity to 0 means like this unit. Again it will decrease. So theta value when it is increasing from 0 to pi by 2, the value of the cot theta will decrease. And still even pi by 2 to pi also it will decrease, means it is going down. So here plus infinity means it is increasing from infinity to, so it is decreasing from infinity to 0 and again here 0 to minus infinity means it is decreasing again. So here in the next intervals also you can see the same. Okay, so here minus 3 pi by 2, so plus 3 pi by 2, and in the case of this also on the same thing you can see, that means here okay, so this is the graph of the cot. Okay, so that's it about the graph of the tan and also cot. So we will see the secant and also cosecant. Okay, so here this I am taking here pi by 2 0 and here pi next to 3 pi by 2 and here 2 pi as usual, and of course minus pi by 2 left side and next minus pi and next minus 3 pi by 2 and minus 2 pi. Okay, so next here what I am doing is I am taking 1 and also here minus 1. Okay, so here you can see the same thing. You can draw the line and right. So now here we will see the secant also, graph of secant x and cosecant x. Okay, so secant x first. So secant x means here secant theta is nothing but the reciprocal of the cos theta. So here cos 0 value is 1. So secant value, secant 0 is also what? 1. So here 1. So now if you see here already I explained about the cos. So here 1 comma 0 and also here 0 comma 1, here minus 1 comma 0 and here 0 comma minus 1 we have, and cos means here x coordinate, and here in the first quadrant means here 0 to pi by 2 the cos value is decreasing 1 to 0. Okay, so the reciprocal of this means what will happen means here it will increase. It is decreasing but the reciprocal means it will increase. So that means here the value of the secant 0 is 0, and because based on the cos function here we are deciding it, so it will increase. Even in the case of when you are taking minus 5 also, it will increase like this. And here when you are taking here pi by 2 to pi, what will happen here? Here in from pi by 2 to pi, what is happening means here the value of the cos is still it is decreasing, so it will increase. So here it will increase. Okay, even 3 pi by 2 also it is increasing. Minus 1 to 0 means it is increasing, so it will decrease. So here this is about the secant. Okay, so here if you see the diagrams here, so the value of the secant is above the minus plus 1, and of course at 1 also it is possible and at minus 1 also it is possible, and the remaining values, rest of the values, negative values. Okay, so here what is happening means here these values, the values which are from minus 1 to plus 1, there is no value of the secant theta. So that means the range of the secant theta will not be between in this region. Okay, so that's why we will say the range is equals to what here? Minus infinity to minus 1 union plus 1 to plus infinity. Okay, so this is the reason. Okay, so next here we will see the graph of the cosecant. So cosecant means it is based on the sine. So here in the first quadrant sine is what? Here 0 and also 1 means it is increasing. So here it is increasing means here cosecant is it will decrease. So here so here sine 0 is of course 0, but cosecant 0 is infinite. So that means here it will but it is increasing here, it is decreasing here. When theta value is increasing, the value of the cosecant is decreasing. Above values are more than this now. So here theta is increasing, the value of the cosecant is decreasing and decrease up to 1. So now here in the second quadrant what will happen here? 1 to 0. 1 to 0 means here decreasing. 1 to 0 means it is decreasing. So it will increase now. So it will increase. In the zip here 90 to 180 degrees. So here 90 and this is 180. So it will increase. So like this we can have the graph of the cosecant. So this is the cosecant x. Okay, so even you can see in the 90 to 3 pi by 2, pi to pi 3 pi by 2. So here what is happening? 0 to minus 1 means it is decreasing. It will increase. So here it will increase in the sense here. What we will get here means here, yeah, at 3 by 2 angle. When theta value is increasing from pi to 3 by 2, it will increase. It is increasing. And again, from 3 pi by 2 to pi means 0 to 1. It is increasing, so it will decrease. Cosecant. So here it is decreasing. Okay. So this is the graph of the cosecant. Okay. So I hope you all understood this graph of the cosecant and secant. So that's all about the graph of all the trigonometric ratios. So that's all about the video. So thank you for watching. Thank you all.